What's going on?
What up, G?
Jack, man, I appreciate you locking in with us, man. We know you a super busy dude, man, out here on the front lines with us, man. So thank you, man.
Nah, it's all love, man. If we ain't out here supporting each other, what we doing?
Nothing, man. Nothing. And I always get excited because I like talking to NBA champions, man, and you a champion. I always got mad when the Nets let you go, but then I'm like, he got a ring out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you was doing. Yo, does it ever trip you out when athletes have to end up selling the championship ring?
Yeah,
that fucks with me.
I'm gonna die with mine because I know what the game meant to me and how it changed my life and why I played it. You know, people that can sell their rings, they didn't play the game for the same reason. That shit mean a lot to me, so I'll never sell mine. Regardless how bad it get, I'll never sell it.
Respect, man.
Tell me what it's like being on the front lines right now, though, Stevie Jack. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Good to see you, brothers. It's been a hell of an experience, bro, because this is new to me. You know what I mean? I never thought, you know, I see my twin, one of my close friends get murdered for the world to see and have to be in a position where I have to stand up and use my voice. You know, I never dreamed of being in that position. People calling me a civil rights leader, and that's something I never even thought would be attached to my name. You know what I mean? I'm more of a humanitarian because I love everybody, but I've been put in a position because of the situation, and I just do what any real one would do. I embraced it because I do love my people, and I do understand the moment we have and how my brother's death has forced change in this world. So if I can keep pushing the needle, if I can help his name be the name of change and get some stuff done to help my people, I'm all in.
I think you've always, whether you realize it or not, subconsciously been putting on for the culture because, you know, I remember when the whole Donald Sterling thing went down and you put out your song, America the Beautiful, addressing the situation, holding it down. I'm like, man, Jack out here fighting for us. And so, you know, I think you already been putting in the roots.
Yeah, they did. And a lot of people don't know I never played in the NBA since I made that song. That's a big reason why I never played again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fine with that because I knew the risk of doing that song. You know, they was already trying to push me out, so I knew the risk. But yeah, I've never been the type to bite my tongue, or I've never been the type to worry about material things or personal gain. I have kids, and I know what, you know, I'm a black man. I know what my family's been through. I know people before me, what they've been through. So to hear from people that's older than me and say, we've never had this moment, we've never had their attention like this, and I have a lot to do with it. 50 states, 18 countries all protested at the same time. It's never been done. And they saying I'm leading that. It's something that I'm honored to be a part of because it's bigger than me. And if it's for the change of my culture and the change to make this place a better place, and I have a chance to do that, that's something I never dreamed of, bro. So I'm embracing it.
What was more exhilarating, winning that championship or doing what you're doing right now?
Oh, doing what I'm doing now for sure. It's not even a question, bro. I think when I first started on this journey, I was getting texts, and I got a text from Bun B saying, "You suiting up for the biggest game of your life," and like all that type of stuff touched me because I'm making a bigger impact. The NBA really didn't fuck with me like that. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? They fined me $3 million because 2 beers was thrown in my teammate face and I defended him. Let's think about that. That's assault twice. Now the NBA go look at that now with all that's going on. They should change that shit and give me my goddamn money back because my teammate was assaulted twice. 2 beers was thrown in his face at his workplace.
By white people though.
It was racist. It was some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? But bro, I know this is bigger than anything I could possibly do because it's not only changing my life and my kids' life, it's changing the world. You know what I'm saying? And if my brother death cannot be in vain and can be the name of change, I'm all in for that, bro. I'm all in for it.
I mean, have you gotten a chance to see that viral video that went around where somebody was able to videotape one of the officers that took your brother's life and he showed no remorse?
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, you know, things
Fuck
like
with me a
that.
little.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it touched me too. But at the end of the day, he was out while the white people was around. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have been there. And I say this publicly in front of everybody. I couldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? I know I couldn't have been there because I know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm glad you spoke on that, because for all the white people that think we trying to get justice because of just one racist cop. No, we trying to get justice for all these motherfuckers. Even though the guy wasn't black, he still killed my brother. He still wasn't white. He still need to go to jail just like the rest of the motherfuckers. They all going to jail. We gonna force that. You know what I'm saying? But the video bothered everybody. It bothered the world, just like the video of my brother getting murdered bothered everybody. He bold. I said it.
He bold.
When that officer had his knee on my brother's neck and had his hand in his pocket, that's showing he was protected. That's showing he was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna be comfortable no more. Not living out here.
Can't.
But the part that I spoke of, and I don't like to harp on this, but the part that I spoke of was, not only was he comfortable, he didn't care about you filming him, because this has been a common practice that they've been doing for a long time. People's been filming them. They've been saying, yo, you can't use that film in court, blase, blase, blah. So they were just so comfortable because this is just common practice. Like, they go in, this is a part of their daily life. We're gonna abuse some niggas today, is what they say. We're gonna take it out on some niggas. We're gonna abuse some niggas because they shouldn't be out here regardless, because the police was only set up to police free slaves anyway. Right. They was always there to arrest black people in the first place. So why would they change their philosophy now because they got a few token black dudes in the in a gang now? Because they're just a gang. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you speaking facts, and you know why he's so comfortable? Because look, Freddie Gray, look at all these, Fernando Castillo.
Yeah.
Eric Garner.
It's so many that we never got justice for. So he feeling like this is just another one that we can get away with.
Breonna Taylor.
That day is over, bro. Breonna Taylor. I'm going to Louisville this weekend, man, for a protest. We going to march. We going to make some noise down there, bro. We not stopping.
Did you get a chance to see Dave Chappelle's special on how he spoke about the impact of what happened to your friend had on him, and how he just was like, it ain't about comedy. We got to hear our voices.
Man, Dave is the GOAT. He's the only person that can touch the world with a message that need to be said, but make it funny at the same fucking time. He's who he is for a reason. I know. I know when I see him, I'm gonna give him a big hug because it meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? Like it's just to see him to take his time out with all that's going on, and to feel the compassion and to shed real tears for my brother. You know, that mean a lot to me. So you know what I'm saying? He's a genius, bro. He's just a genius.
I know what I think about that. There's a lot of people out here that's doing what you're doing on the front lines, but they don't have the money that you have. And I'm not speaking about your pockets or nothing like that, but you play pro ball and you got investments and stuff like that. How can people support the other people that are on the front lines that aren't financially as stable as someone like yourself?
That's a good question. I mean, they have different organizations. I mean, I think Tamika Mallory has an organization. And a couple other leaders that's been fighting this fight for a while. They have organizations that you can donate to. And, you know, and then to me, it's not personal to everybody like it is to me. You know what I mean? So my advice might not be the advice they need to hear because they didn't lose somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's personal with me. But at the same time, you know, this fight has to come from the heart. Yeah, it costs money. Yeah, it costs it, but you have to be passionate about it. And sitting with the minister yesterday, I learned a lot. You know what I mean? I learned a lot. I love that man so much, man. I love that man so much, and I'm not even Muslim, but I love him. I love him because of how much he loves his people and how smart he is and how humble he is. Like, I never met a man with so much power that's that humble. You know what I mean? So it's nothing that nobody can say. It's nothing that he can say to make me not love him, bro. I love that man. And he inspired me yesterday. He gave me a lot of motivation, and he understands me, bro. And it's a new day, bro. It's a new day, and things about to change.
Oh, you could go, S.
I just want to say more of us get where you coming from than you know. Like, we always been rocking with you. Clue is my man. Like, me and Clue go back for 20 years. So I've been around you. I've been at your games. You know what I'm saying? I honestly just play the back. So whether you've been a all pro or whatever it would be, you always had a big fan base with the real niggas out here.
Especially
I just really wanted you to know that.
Hey,
I just really wanted you to know that.
And look, I tell people that all the time. That mean more to me. I never made an all-star game and none of that shit. But I say I'm in the real nigga Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
That mean more to me than any award I could ever get, bro.
That's a fact. I just wanted to say that to you.
That's love, bro. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your friend in a real warm way, because you know, like people like Candace Owens and other people try to slander him saying he got a record, but you as mans, let's not talk about the negative. Like, what do people don't understand about George Floyd, man?
First, I got a record too.
Okay.
No doubt.
First, let me say that. Does that mean I should die? Like, see that, and this the type of stuff that go on, man. This is the type of people. That's the ones we gotta watch out for, bro. I don't even think they're gonna give her no shine. But my brother was, and y'all can understand how I explain to him. I explain it because y'all real ones. My brother was a typical black man because he was somebody who fought his whole life to try to fight and to try to provide and protect for his family. Being in a home with a single mother who's not doing well all the time, then you have your sisters and stuff that you have to provide for and protect. It becomes a lot when you in the ghetto, and it's not that many options. You know what I'm saying? It's not that much opportunity. I tell people all the time, the difference between me and my brother George Floyd was I had more opportunity than him. He was a two-sport athlete.
Mm-hmm.
But
he played football, right?
He played football and basketball. He was nice in basketball too. You know, and just the environment that we grow up in, certain things have to go your way. Y'all know this. Certain things have to go your way. Certain opportunities got to come your way to avoid you from going that route. He went.
Gotta be lucky. Gotta be lucky.
You know what I'm saying? He went that route and made some mistakes and did his time. But when you go to jail, they say you go to jail to rehabilitate yourself. So when if they let you out, what they say, you are rehabilitated. You ready to go back out in the free world. And he was. And when he came home, he moved to Minnesota to drive trucks and change his life, because all the conversations we had was about me sending him clothes for job interviews and providing for his daughter, Gigi. That's all we talked about. So he was a person that died and spent his whole life trying to protect and provide. Yeah, he made mistakes. We all made mistakes. But a lot of mistakes that we are dealt with and we have to do are dealing with how we grow up in our circumstances, our environment, trying to figure it out. As a black man, you got to learn from experience. You make a lot of mistakes trying to figure it out and trying to be successful in life. You're going to make some mistakes. And that's my brother. He's the average black man that tried to provide and protect for his family, and he died trying to do that.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hindsight's 2020. So when the whole Donald Sterling thing went down, people were saying a bigger impact would have made if all the players decided, instead of wearing the shirts and protesting, sit out a couple of games. Do you think that we wouldn't be where we had y'all just said, we sitting out a game or two, you're going to respect us?
Well, you know, what's funny was I just got cut from the team in January. So if I'd have been on the team, I just got cut, because that's why I made the song, because I was just on that team right before it came.
Oh, got you.
So I made the song, and definitely if I was on that team, I would have walked out on all of them. Matt know that. I told Matt know, because I called him when it all went down. I told him I was making the video. I told him they shouldn't play. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's the only way that they was gonna make change, by not showing up and nobody playing. They had that moment and they lost it. We have this moment again. We can't depend on the NBA to hold it down, because like I said, that's my family and I'm not going against them. But when have we seen different? When have we seen more than a PSA or a commercial or a Black Lives Matter t-shirt? What have we seen different? You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen nothing different. So I think playing right now would only distract the moment and take away from what we got going on.
I mean, but people take pride in the league because y'all got the one league that y'all could get to speak out, though. So I personally feel like that the league thinks that that's enough, that we let y'all have y'all voice and we let y'all do what y'all want to do in y'all community. So we're doing enough by just doing that. But now the bar has changed. Now the bar got to go up because we seen that. Yeah, you're letting them do that, but you got to put your money where your mouth is. Right. You got to get them black coaches in there. It got to be some more black franchises. It can't just be Michael Jordan with a black franchise. Come on, there's other black people that got money to get in the league as well. And then that leads to my question for you: are you a part of the Viola?
Oh yeah. I started it with Al. You know,
that's what I told my man. Look, I'm a supporter, my G.
I got jaws all over the house.
I'm a supporter, my G, and I
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, because you have put like a tweet or something up. I'm trying to say it right. That you made 5 of your people millionaires or something like that. You made them a part of Viola or something.
Actually, Al texted that. And
Al did that.
Like me and Al, when he came with the idea, I was the first one to invest with him to go. And so I've been with him from day one. Like me and Al, we right. That's my right hand. So when Al started the business in Denver a long time ago, I think about maybe 13 to
wow. What?
Al Harrington, yeah. He started in 13 years ago. And that was our first grow house. And it's to the point where it is now solely because of him. He calls me the Viola mascot because I go hard for the brand more than anybody. But it was his idea from letting his grandmother hit a cannabis pen, because she was dealing with dementia and other things. And coming back upstairs, and she was crying, reading her Bible, and she said she hasn't read her Bible in 10 years, and it changed her life just like that. So, and her name is Viola. So that's why he named the company Viola, and that's what inspired him to get into the business. Now it's almost a $1 billion business, and he's leading the industry for black men. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, and I'm happy to say that's my brother. So yeah, Al doing big things.
My mom got dementia right now too, so I'm actually gonna get out of shop when I go down there tomorrow, baby.
Yeah, man, because we have the CBD, we have the creams, we have everything, man. We also our CBD line is called Wellness Replay Wellness, and we have social medias for all those things. But Al's got to talk to, dog. Al's doing a great job at educating. Actually, he's educating a lot of NBA players to get in the business, because this is our 40 acres in the mule. This is our cotton. This is our wealth. You know what I'm saying?
But they're making it hard now, Steve.
They trying to, but we can't let them. We got to continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing they can't do, we're not going to allow them to come in our neighborhoods and open dispensaries in our neighborhoods and make money off our neighborhoods, when we have elderly people and other people that we can teach how to run these businesses and make money off the neighborhoods where they bled and cried and sweated it their whole life. You know what I mean? So it's a new day, and Al got a lot to do with that too. He leading the charge too with some other people.
No doubt.
I always like the story you told one time, like, you know, because y'all always say y'all last test day would be like around March. And then you said one day you hit like a crazy 3-pointer, and Nelly was like, yo, Jack, you good? He's like, Nelly, let me get one more shot. And I say, yo, this is how it would be if we was in the NBA. I'm like, yo, Jack's a real one.
Nelly's solid. Nelly was solid. I think that's the reason why he's my favorite coach, because he believed in me. Like, he didn't try to force me to be something I'm not. He allowed me to be Steven Jackson, the good and bad. And that's what made me the player I was for him. You know, that's why I have some of my best years. And it's a couple stories. I remember when Al Harrington never smoked, and I smoked my whole career, and we played in Phoenix. We landed in Phoenix, and a lot of my teammates, we went straight to my room to smoke. And Al was his first time, like, fuck it, I'm gonna come smoke with y'all. The next day, we on the way to the game. He's got a random drug test.
What?
Like, what the fuck? How y'all? All the time I didn't smoke. As soon as I smoke, I get a drug test, and he take the drug test and pass.
Oh,
we have no idea how he passed. He passed,
what?
And he been a weed head for the rest of ever since. But Don Nelson, dog, I remember we was in Utah, and me and Baron Davis got our last drug test. And Nelly already knew, you know, that I smoked this shit. And as soon as I got my drug test, I was running out of there happy because I didn't have to deal with the folk no more. He running to me with a high five. Yeah, Jack, yeah. Like, Nelly was my guy, man. He understood. He got it, bro. He got it.
You played with Pop, and you played in the Spurs system, right? And my man Esso played ball too at a real level. Y'all got certain friends in common, so he's gonna talk about that McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah.
But people always tend to say the only reason why the Spurs were successful is because of the system, and they try to undermine Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. As a person who played in the league and you played in different systems, how accurate is that? Or because
The only thing I can say about that, and this is the honest truth about that, Pop's system don't work without Tim. Tim Duncan play and the way how great he was don't work without Pop. So them two made that. Without either one of them, it don't work. Pop was the teacher. Pop put a system in. You buy it, you buy into the team system, or your ass get out of here. We playing one way. We playing through Tim. That's our best chance to keep winning every night. We're going to play the same way. We're going to play through him because Tim was smart enough to make the right pass. Tim was smart. He was dominant on defense. He controlled the whole game, his whole career. So, and Pop understood that, and playing through Tim is the main reason why Pop was so successful. But Tim had a great career because he had a great coach.
People don't realize just how ill Tim Duncan was, my guy. I argue with people all the time, and I'm like, yo, y'all just don't get it because he wasn't flashy and a big mouth. I said, but that man right there controlled the whole floor. He can control the whole floor just by playing defense and passing the rock, my guy. That was a test to his basketball IQ. Like, he was smarter than everybody. You know what I mean? You couldn't rattle him. You couldn't get him out of his game. He's staying locked into the task, and that's winning. He don't care about commercials. He didn't care about nothing. He cared about the game of basketball, and that's what we connected. That's what we connected, the love for the game. Not about the politics and that other shit. That's how we locked in, because he knew I loved the game of basketball, and I knew the game of basketball had changed my life and where I came from. So Tim played that game like that. You know what I'm saying? Tim played the game with passion like no other, bro. It didn't take for him to be screaming and hanging on the rim and all that for his passion. It showed in his play and his numbers and his championships.
Because I just seen a poll. Somebody asked if you wanted to start a franchise, who would you start with, Shaq or Tim Duncan? I'm like, I'm taking Tim Duncan, man, just because.
I think I'm going with Diesel still. I love Tim, but you know how I feel about Diesel, bro.
Diesel is a problem, but let me tell you why I'm going with Tim.
Oh man, okay.
When they was after they three-peated. I think they was on their way to three-peat.
It was after the three-peat.
Yeah, so they three-peated. They had three-peated. They was going on to 4. They was about to win 4. And we played them in 2003. And when I tell you that it was not a person on this earth, Shaq, Kobe, nobody could get in the way what Tim Duncan was doing.
I remember that.
Quadruple doubles, dog. And he was dominant.
I remember the quadruple double.
The whole playoffs, bro. And just seeing that with my own eyes and seeing how easy he was making the game for all of us, like, he did way more than Shaq. Shaq will be way more dominant than Tim Duncan. Let's keep it real. He's the most dominant ever. But Tim is gonna make everybody on that court better, and that's a great way to win games. That's an easier way to win games.
Did you ever think about coaching or starting your own AAU team?
I actually do have my own AAU team. It's called North Cross Heat out here in Georgia.
What league are y'all on? Adidas or Nike?
Nike.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen you, because my people was just on the Adidas circuit.
But we don't really have a sponsor. Everything is coming out of my pocket and the coach pocket. We don't even have a sponsor. But our uniforms and everything we buy them is Nike. And my son Steve Jr., which is on the way to 9th grade, he plays on one of the teams too. But the good thing about the Coach Rick, shout out to him. Most of our teams, these kids been together since they were 5 years old.
Okay.
So we have like 4 or 5 teams, and all these kids been knowing each other since babies. So now they're at the point where they're really starting to understand the game and really understand each other and playing for each other and not playing with each other. So it's a big difference. They're starting to do that now, and it's good to see them grow. But shout out to the Coach Rick, man.
Yeah, because I'm actually down with the New York Jayhawks.
Yeah, okay.
That's based out of here, and we on the Adidas Gauntlet. And I do a lot of stuff with raising money, and I do one-on-one coaching and working on people's games. And it's really a dope way to give back to the black kids too, because they get a lot of discipline from that. They get to travel, they get to see the world, they get to mix and merge. Well, see the country, that they get to mix and merge with a lot of people that they wouldn't know prior, and they get the experience of being in more states and learning personalities and how to do things instead of telling them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they need that, but that shit we didn't get.
I didn't get none of that.
I never had an opportunity to talk to a professional athlete when I was a kid. It was none around. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the opportunity, the fact that we reach out, the fact that we do things like that, we changing the mold, bro. You know what I'm saying? We changing the mold. We making change more than you know it or not, bro. You are making change in this world. You know what I'm saying? And we need to applaud you for that too, because a lot of people don't understand whether it's big or little. All this changes, we all got the same goal. You know what I'm saying? We try to change it for our people. So that definitely matters today.
Your thoughts on the backlash Kyrie was getting about saying, yo, let's start our own league. Let's think about elevating, and players like were coming out against him. Like, where was your perspective on that? Because they were dragging him through the coals, man. I
don't think the difference between me and Kyrie is we not blood. That's my little brother. We talk down there every day. You ain't finna hear me say nothing bad about Kyrie. He's standing on his own too. He understands the moment. He understands it's bigger than him. I mean, tell me this. There's a lot of people that's been saying it's 80% black. Why don't y'all start your own league? Kyrie just had the balls to come out and say it publicly. People have been saying that for years. That ain't nothing.
Years.
You know what I'm saying? People saying that for years. Kyrie had the balls to stand up and say it. And everybody ain't got the balls to do stuff like that. But I salute my little bro. I understand. He understand me. We understand each other. It's about our people. It's bigger than us. You know what I mean? And then he understands this too. Just like I said earlier. When has it been different? We've seen the Black Lives Matter t-shirts. We've seen the PSAs. What's going to be different this time? It's not. It's going to be more attention on the game because we've been missing the game. We haven't been seeing it. So everybody's going to be glued to the TV and it's not going to be on what's the tab. We need change now, dog. And if anybody care about change, if they care about their race, they understand where Kyrie coming from.
But y'all got a lot of people that care about getting them rings. They worried about their legacy later on. There's some young boys that need to get the money because they spent their money. They wasn't prepared for the stoppage and what's going on right now. So it's a lot of different things going on. But I do know that you speak to a lot of ball players still, and you're in the know, and you know about shows and what's going on, right? What's the real deal with this bubble?
Well, a lot of people ain't with it because a lot of people don't understand it. You know what I mean? I can see if there's going to be some type of AAU type circuit, you know, so people can still move around, but you in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? This is new to everybody. Even the people that serve you, to the people that's cooking, all y'all have to stay in one place. Nobody can leave. Then they want to put rings on you to monitoring. It's a lot of stuff that guys ain't comfortable with. You know what I mean? And then I understand the fact that it's guys that want to make money. It's guys that need their money. But at the end of the day, when they done playing basketball and they can't make no money, and the NBA is not calling them to do commercials and they can't make money off the NBA, but their son's still going to high school and their son get pulled over by the police and something happened to them, they're going to have a whole different mindset. That's why I'm telling you, don't wait till it hits your front doorstep. I always spoke about it with my girlfriend's mother about social justice and police killings, but I never thought it'd hit my doorstep. So that's why I understand why people don't understand my passion for it.
Yeah, because, you know, LeBron is on the front line saying we should play. And, you know, I seen Pat Bev said, if LeBron said it, we got to do it.
You know sarcastic. He was being sarcastic.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we know that because ain't nobody telling Pat Bev what to do. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm going to keep it real, Jack. I'm a LeBron fan. I want to see him get chips. But I think, you know, that last dance might have put pressure on him. And it hurts me to say that. He might have been like, yo, he's seen that documentary, 6 Rings. And you know how the game goes, Jack. Once you start getting older, it's harder to do the things. You think he under pressure to get them rings?
I feel like this. LeBron's goal is the same before the last dance and after the last dance.
Exactly.
To be the greatest. You know what I mean? LeBron has spoken and stood up more than any face of the league has as far as issues for black people. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? And he has stood up on a lot of things. I honestly think, like I said, you won't hear me say nothing bad about him either, but I honestly think this is a moment that will cement his legacy by standing up and saying, look, as the face of the league, as the best player in the league, we need these 10 demands made right now, or we not playing. That was cemented his legacy up there with Muhammad Ali. It's bigger than basketball. And I know he's thinking of things like this, but he has other people's interests at heart. You know what I mean? If me personally, I hope he does the right thing. I hope he takes control of the situation, because I feel if he stood like that, that change would definitely happen because of his voice. But you'll never hear me say nothing bad about Braun. I'm even supporting him with the More Than a Vote thing. I'm a part of that campaign with him. So I'm 10-toe down with LeBron. But we just, we as black men, we know how to disagree on certain things, but the respect never leaves. The respect stays there. You know what I'm saying? So I never disrespect my brother.
Real facts.
Because they're trying to make it seem like Braun's the leader in going into this bubble. I feel like that they throwing everything on Braun. You know what I'm saying?
He's not. Now he definitely wants to play, but he wants to be right for everybody. You know what I'm saying? His mind ain't changed. He want to play basketball. I mean, shit. Every basketball player, they want to play, but it's a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, LeBron's thinking about all these things. He's handled everything immaculately. You know what I'm saying? He's handled every situation that he's faced in an honorable way. And I don't see why it should be different this time.
Nah, most definitely. Who you think would be the face of the league once he's gone? Like that would be like, yo, this is the guy that you've seen so far, whether young or older.
KD probably. I know Jaylen Brown. If he can continue to blossom in his league, he's one of those guys that will use his voice. But it's a lot of young guys. I think the next face of the league could be like KD or Greek Freak. Those two guys have those personalities. Even Steph. And all those guys speak their mind on these type of things. So I think the NBA is in good hands when it comes to that.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry. Go ahead, hon.
We just seen KD go back and forth with Kendrick Perkins too, man. So it was crazy to see Perk, looking at how everything was going down. I'm like, it's just tough to see that, man. I don't know, like, what perspective you can give on that, because I don't want people thinking Perk's a bad guy neither.
Perk, that's my little brother. I raised Perk. You know what I'm saying? And KD's my little brother too. I actually met KD through Perk. You know what I mean? But they're brothers, and they've been at odds for a while about a lot of things. They brothers, and they've been at odds at certain things for a while. So, they really need to sit down and have a conversation about
Definitely.
it. But at the end of the day, it comes to a point where you have to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick a side, and regardless of what side you pick, you expect it to be respected. You know what I mean? And I definitely respect what KD's saying. KD feel like I feel. He feel like Kyrie feel. You know what I'm saying? Perk feel a different way. You know what I'm saying? He feel how he feels, and that's and the reason why people feel in a certain way about it, because that's how everybody at ESPN feels. We know it fits their narrative. But Perk a real one. I raised him. I would never call him a coon or saying he's selling his soul. He just have a different opinion than us.
But Steve, it seems like but Steve, I gotta jump in, Steve. Real talk. Because it seemed like ever since Perk been on TV, his stance has changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because me and my man got a different show, and at one time Stephen A was floundering with going with the corporate side too. And I came on, and me and him came on the show, and I kind of shouted out on Stephen A. Smith, and his man kind of chimed in, and he talked to him about it too, right? But Perk as a player seems way different as Perk as a sportscaster. Yeah.
I mean, to be real, it's a lot of stuff I heard him say that I looked at like, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro.
Because we talk on the phone. But regardless of what's been said on TV, regardless of what he say, I know him. You know what I mean? That's just saying how that girl, everybody trying to paint a picture of my brother, now that he's dead and gone, I know him. So you can't tell me about him. I know Perk. I know I've raised him. We had the same high school coach from the same area. I know Perk. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it's just a conversation. But This ain't the first time we disagreed on some things. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it looks funny because that's the ESPN narrative. But I know for a fact it ain't nobody telling him what to say.
But Steve, he paid. Like he like you. You ain't changed the way you talk when you come on TV, when you do your show.
Not
you
at all.
Change anything, your opinion.
You more straightforward.
You right.
Like, come on. Like he don't gotta do that.
Reason why I don't work. That's the main reason why I don't work on ESPN, because I couldn't be me completely. You know what I mean?
And they were trying to get you to spin different narratives behind production.
Well, the narrative that they knew I was going to be on, they'll probably go away from the subject. I think the only person that fought to let me be me was Rachel Nichols. You know what I mean?
Everybody says that about her, yo. Everybody says that.
My boy Post said she down.
Everybody says that about her, yo. Everybody that I come across be like, yo, y'all need to talk to Rachel Nichols. Like, she would be a good person for y'all to have on y'all show because she's white and she's down though.
Yeah, she get it. She get it, bro. I mean, she the one who opened the door for me with TV and being an analyst. She opened that door. She invited me to be a host on Jump when it first started. Wow. Nobody else gave me an opportunity. Rachel did. And the main reason she gave me an opportunity because during my career, when people didn't want to talk to her, people felt like they was too busy or tired after games, I respected her and gave her the time, answered her questions, and did her interviews. And the benefits of being real is so beneficial, bro. And people understand that.
Now, history has favored Kaepernick. It's favoring you. Do you think he should, if offered an NFL job, you think he should take it?
Yeah, he should, because what people don't understand is, he stood for something bigger than him. Yeah, he got blackballed and put his career, his livelihood on the line, but he still loves the game of football. That's how he got to the NFL, from the love of playing football. So yeah, if he get an opportunity, he should take it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why shouldn't he? Yeah, he had a settlement with him, but shit, they still owe him more than that. In any amount they could give him can't fix everything he's been through and the names he's been called and what his family been through and how his career's been halted. So no, he should go back and sign for a big contract and get more money out of him if he can. Because at the end of the day, when they came out with that bullshit ass apology, they was apologizing to the fans and to everybody else. That apology should have been straight to Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
He's the only one been affected by this. So the whole apology shit from the NFL was weak. They should have kept it, and Kaepernick should come back and ball out and get as much money as he can if it's possible.
Hey, listen, if he wins a Super Bowl, oh man, what you got to say?
What's next for you, Steve?
Well, we with our podcast, All the Smoke, we in negotiations, man. We talking, we trying to get this bag. We started a lane, that we didn't expect to blow up like it did. I think the support from people like yourself and other people that came on our show, I think that's what made our show a hit. And we did a 1-year deal, so now it's time to cash in. And that's why we haven't really shot any shows. We've really been talking about it. And that's where we at with that. But right now, I'm 10 toes down in this protest stuff and try to help change and get justice for my brother. So me and my brother Poe, we going to Louisville, we going to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and we going to Phoenix to lead these marches and the protests, because my brother's not the only one getting murdered by police. It's been 120 plus murders or shootings by police since my brother's been murdered.
Wow.
So it's just happening everywhere. And as you've seen, 50 states, 18 countries, all protesting. There's more people that stand on the side of love than hate, and everybody ready for change now. So we're going to keep pushing the line.
And I appreciate you, my dude. Real talk, because you're doing it for us. You're doing it for our kids, our families, our grandkids. Like, I'm a black man first, and I always tell people, like, if you can't embrace that you a black man first, then there's something wrong with you, because no matter how much money you get, no matter where you go, we are the most hated in the world, not in this country, in the entire world. So you got to understand that, and you got to carry that, and you got to use your platform to try to spark change in any shape, way, or form.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? I was gonna get what's your thoughts on the whole Bubba Wallace situation right now, man? I'm just in my mind, it's like, see, they still keep going with the bullshit.
Yeah, but one thing about it, I've been talking to him, and he got my support, and we support him. But NASCAR made a big statement. I don't care what nobody say. NASCAR ain't talk about looking at no video. NASCAR ain't talk about getting the vote. NASCAR ain't talk about doing this and doing that. NASCAR got shit done. They took that Confederate flag down. They stood with him, and that was emotional to watch all those drivers push his car up to the start line. Then the legend, the best driver of all time,
Richard Petty.
That was the first to embrace him and hug him. No, that sent chills through my body because everybody wants change. You know what I'm saying? Some people have a heart, bro. And I salute Bubba Wallace because he's making change, and I salute NASCAR because they didn't wait for nobody else to do nothing. They stepped up and jumped out there first.
But y'all know that they found. I'm sorry. You said what, Steve?
The sport that nobody expected to jump out there first. NASCAR did. So you got to salute them.
Yeah.
But you know that they found a whole nother noose in the California track now, right? This morning.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but the fact that they putting attention to it, the fact they're not letting it linger, they taking attention to it and nipping it in the bud ASAP. You know, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna start exploiting these people and bringing them to the front of who doing it. You know what I mean? And because you know it's a lot of people in NASCAR that don't like that. There's a lot of people in NASCAR mad them Confederate flags came down, but it's a new we holding everybody accountable, and that's why change is happening.
If the league does come back, right, and a champion is crowned, do you think that championship counts? Because now we hearing the narrative, there's going to be an asterisk, it might not count, and I feel like that's not going to be fair.
It's going to be tainted. It's going to be tainted.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. I tell everybody, this ain't no real shit.
It's going to be tainted to a lot of people, and it's going to be it ain't going to be the normal chip because you never had this long of a break during the NBA season. Like during this time, going into the playoffs, guys are still hurt, guys are beat up, guys are not at their best. Everybody's coming in now healthy, feeling good, injuries and ready to go. This is like the beginning of the season, so it's definitely going to be tainted. It's going to be like the '99 season. People saying the Spurs didn't really win a championship because that was a half a season. It's the same.
I told my man. I've been telling my man.
But as a basketball player, winning the championship is a championship. But the '99 season, this season, it's gonna always have an asterisk because the season didn't go smooth. It didn't go the way the normal seasons happen.
But let me play this devil's advocate because now everyone is rested. You'd be going against the highest level of competition. Kind of like how when KD was hurt, everybody said the Warriors might have won. Kawhi doesn't win it. Now that there's a full rested team, wouldn't that make it even harder?
Nah, because that makes the playing field equal. During the season, it's on you to take care of your body. It's on you to see if you can play through these injuries and play 4 games in 5 nights. It's on you to be able to get your team there while your body hurt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are being given things right now because of what happened with the coronavirus. A lot of people are getting put in situations where they can make the playoffs and be in the playoffs instead of earning it. So you got to look at it that way too. You know what I mean? Okay. A lot of these teams would be in the position they was in or in right now if the season could have went on. Some teams might be in the playoffs, some might not. Some guys might be hurt, some guys might be healthy.
That's fair.
Who's your pick with the new everything?
I've been going with the Lakers. I'm never going against LeBron right now with Anthony Davis. I can't. LeBron's never had a big man like Anthony Davis in his whole career. You know what I mean? And I see.
But they didn't look too impressive against the Clippers, Steve.
The last game they beat the Clippers.
The last game they beat the Clippers and they beat Milwaukee back-to-back nights. So they were starting to roll, and the role players were starting to roll too. I had LeBron from the beginning of the season. Just the fact that he got AD, I don't see nobody beating him in 7 games.
Okay.
Nah, that's fair. You're doing the media game super well. You and Matt Barnes, 2 of my favorite authentic people in the game, man. What's one of your favorite interviews? Because that KG interview, that was like, that's something I was like, we needed to be there in person for that.
Yeah, that was a lot of energy in the building today with KG. My 2 favorite interviews were definitely Kobe. You could see the excitement in our faces on the drive there, how excited we was to go see Kobe and talk to him. And I think my second favorite was probably Sean King. Sean King educated me a lot. What you don't know is that episode got flagged by YouTube because he was talking about so much shit pertaining to us that it got flagged a little bit, so it didn't get the views. Yeah, it didn't get the views it should have. But if you look at that show, I wasn't even talking. I wasn't even saying much because I told Matt before the show, I said, Matt, I really want to learn from this dude. I want to hear what he got to say. I'm intrigued to know a lot of things that he has to say. So I really didn't talk that much. And that was one of my favorite episodes because there's a lot of things that I don't know. And I want to be educated. I want to be a more intelligent black man. And if I can learn from anybody that's been in this fight and that's understanding, and this was before my brother. This is way before my brother happened. You know what I mean? So I've been interested. And like Bun B said, everything that's happened to me in my life has brought me to this moment. So I'm starting to see how everything added up.
Now I'm gonna close out with you. This is my last thing I'm gonna say. I loved y'all Kobe joint that y'all did, but it was only one part I wasn't feeling.
Oh yeah,
how y'all shitted on my man that won the MVP trophy from McDonald's, Shaheed. That's my cousin.
Oh, man. Did you see that game?
Huh? Yeah, we was at the game. I saw him drop the dimes and all of that. We was there.
Hey. All right, I had 23 points, 8 for 10 from the field, 3 for 3 from the three-point line. Shaheen had 8 points, like I think 10 assists, 9 turnovers.
He was kicking the rock to people that couldn't catch the passes, though. The first 4 turnovers was flashy passes that the boys didn't catch the pass, though, Steve.
But I knew why I didn't get it because I wasn't a big name like Shaheen, Kobe, and Tim. You know, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Everybody at the McDonald's game knew. Sonny had his hand on Shaheen from the before we got there. As soon as we got to the game, he was showing oh my God, bro. Let's keep it real, dog. Sonny had his arm around Shaheen the whole weekend, bro. So if he had 30 points or no points, I think he was guaranteed to win the MVP.
Nah, Steve, nah.
Yo, salute to Stack 5.
Yo, I had to address it because as soon as I saw, I said, yo, Shy. I said, yo,
my brother, man.
On you, Shy.
That's my brother. That's my brother. Hey, I spoke to him recently trying to get this coaching job, man. So I hope he get this coaching job. That's my boy, dog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Draymond Green said LeBron James might be the greatest player of all time.
Who's your vote, Steve?
Man,
Jordan.
Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. LeBron is the best athlete of all time.
Okay, I'll take that.
Jordan is definitely the best basketball player. We call him the GOAT. We call him Black Jesus for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But as far as athletes of all time, LeBron is the best athlete. You can't name one thing that he's done off the court to kill his legacy. He's the only basketball player in NBA history that successfully brought his friends with him and put them all position to be big.
Yo, that's the greatest feat of all time.
That's it right there. That's it right there.
Yo, greatest feat of all time right there.
Nobody's ever done that. Even me, nobody's ever been successful. He's the only one, bro.
He murdered that, bro. He murdered that, bro. But I did lie to you one time. I did say that I only had one more question, but this is my last one. I'm taking a page. I'm taking a page from y'all show.
Yeah.
Who's the ball player that gave you the business that you wasn't expecting to give you the business?
Man, the only person that gave me problems my whole career, like real problems, was Kobe and Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson.
Okay. Like if you can look at the Big 3 championship game last year. I got a torn patella, but me and Joe going bucket for bucket. So we've been going at it our whole career. But Joe and Kobe, they really because they was agile like me, and Joe by 6'9". Joe had me by 2-3 inches and by 15 pounds. You know, so but Joe and Kobe, the only guys that gave me problems in my career.
What was it like in the McDonald's All-American game when you saw Kobe? Because I was like, even then, I was like, this nigga a little different. What's a memory?
I mean, he had that aura and that attitude to be the best of all, one of the best players of all time as a teenager. I mean, you got to think at 13, he had a kill list. He had the top 10 players in our class on the kill list that everybody he had to destroy. No other kid our age was thinking like that. We thinking about Jordans, we thinking about girls, we thinking about games. Kobe is thinking about murdering every basketball player on the face of this earth at 13. So his mindset was different, and I say this to a lot of people to make them understand how great Kobe was and how different he was. At the McDonald's game, you got me, Tim Thomas, Jermaine O'Neal, Mike Bibby, Shaheen Holloway, Richard Nichols. You got all us in the same class. But if you look at all the pictures, Kobe's the only person that everybody was taking solo pictures with.
Respect.
Well, we don't even need to say nothing after that.
Yo,
Steve,
Jack. Man.
Yo.
Man, we appreciate you holding it down, man. You know, this is 50 Bag Fuel. We support anything you need posted. We got you, man. And yo, keep pushing the message, keep fighting for us, and we're gonna keep doing our part, man.
And we actually requested you, Steve. We actually requested you to be on the show, Steve.
And that's love, and I appreciate it. I follow y'all anyway on IG, so I'm always connected anyway.
I bet.
All right, man.
I appreciate
Stack 5, man. I look forward to see if you're gonna drop another record, man. You know, you put work in that hip hop world.
Man, hey, it's funny you say that, man. I've never ever talked about it much, but I've always they was doing all these battles during quarantine. And I know, as far as the athlete, I didn't have the audience as some of these other athletes like Shaq and Dame Lillard, but my music can stand up to any athlete's music. Song for song, I don't think anybody got me. You know,
we gonna come and do a session with you.
All my music real. All my music.
We gonna come.
It ain't bubblegum. But I support all my brothers: Dame Lillard, Amon Shepard, Baron Davis, Marquise Daniels, Oladipo, Victor. I support all of them because they are my little brothers, and I'm the one that's been calling Lou Williams too. I've been calling all of them, telling them we need to do a CD. You know,
yes,
all us together.
Did we say that? We said that to Shumpert because we had Shumpert on, and we said, Shumpert, all y'all ball players should come together and do a CD, and he ain't think that it was going to be possible.
Ask him how many times we talked about it, and I brought that to his attention. They got to put their egos aside. I think at the end of the day, the reason why it hasn't happened because athletes don't feel they get the respect when they do their projects and spend their hard-earned money on these projects because people feel like they're already rich. They're just doing it as a hobby. But you got guys like Dame Lillard and Amon Shepard and Baron Davis and Lou Williams that really love this shit. That take their time and spend money on beats and production and all and mixing and mastering and all that. They're just not putting shit out. So I salute them, bro. I salute them because they take it serious and they really got a love for it.
If you could do a song with one rapper back in the day or even now that you didn't get a chance to.
MC.
Huh?
MC. I'm from Port Arthur, Texas. I did the intro on Bun album. I got songs with Bun, but I would love to have a song with Pimp C.
Pimp C.
MC. I like that, man.
Send us some of this, Steve. I'm gonna hit you on DM. We need this, Steve.
I'm gonna send y'all some of this too.
We need
this in New York, Steve. We can't get this in New York like that. I gotta bring this back from Cali or
in
get
Jersey.
it shipped.
You can get it in Jersey.
Where at?
I'll let you know. I got
see. I need to connect.
We in Jersey.
Send it to Clue.
I got you.
I got you. I'm gonna tell Clue to reach out to you for me. I need this, Steve.
And I got you, man. I appreciate your support, bro.
Thank you, man. Good looking out, Jack. All the smoke, man. Make sure you press play on that. Most authentic out right now.
Facts. Stay up.
Man, y'all stay up.
No doubt.